Good morning. It's Saturday and it's cold outside, like 2 degrees, almost above zero, freezing or almost freezing. But I got my old shirt on today. It's a messy shirt. It's clean, but it's messy. That's because I'm going to be doing some painting and I don't want to mess up a MGB shirt. So let's go in my garage, and it's heated. So this is the first year I can do that. But it's messy, so have a look. It's really messy, but that's okay. That's because I just finished the brake jobs, and then I spent a weekend riding the MG, then another few sunny days, and then life came into play. So the first thing on the agenda is to clean up. The next thing is a little paint job and an installation job. And I want to show you some contraband that I have in Canada. So if you're from Canada, this is something you need to either know somebody in the United States that can help you acquire this, or go over and get it yourself. And even at that, it's tough to get. I'll keep that for last. It's really cool. But first of all, what my project is after I've cleaned up the garage, let me show you. It's basically, can you see this? It's made out of metal, and I'm going to paint it black. And if the paint don't last on it, and it does work perfectly, then I'll probably take it off during the winter and chrome it. But what this is for is to alleviate the pain in the shoulder and the pain in the usage of the seat belts. I installed new seat belts. They got a nice good tension to them, inertia belts. The problem is they always pull in the back and they're hard to get. Number two is because they're coming from down, up over your shoulder and down again, they basically are always putting weight on the shoulder, which is starting to take its course on this old man here. So what I decided to do, the plastic ones that Moss sells, I had those. I gave them away to somebody in the Montreal MG Club, and I hope they have better luck than I. Number one is they wouldn't fit with my roll bar because they come out too much. Number two is they somehow always seem to twist around. I don't know how they would get jammed. I don't know how they twisted in it, but they did. I think it was too wide and too thin, but it was kind of a problem for me too. And they would come out somehow. So this piece here, let me show you how it goes, okay? So if you can see, what's going to happen here is the seat belt is going to go up like this. It's going to be held there. So I have space to get the seat belt in and out, and it's going to hold it up over my shoulder. Okay, and I can raise that by raising this, right? So if I raise I can adjust where it's going to go by adjusting the headrest. And then it's just going to sit there, and it won't get tangled, hopefully. And it has a clear space to the back, and then hopefully it's going to sit on the seat like that. When I get in the car, I just have to grab it and pull it in. And hopefully it'll sit just an inch or two above my shoulder, so it's not coming from behind and pulling down. It'll come from above and on my chest, much like a normal seat belt in your Chev or your Honda or your Miata. So today I'm going to paint those two pieces, give it some etching primer and then some black paint. And then I'm going to try and bake it on so it's really smooth. And then I'm going to drill 2 small holes through the headrest pole and put some bolts in and tighten it up. So now, let me tell you the good news. Also, what I was keeping for the last, because in Canada, we can't get this. It's only in the States for now. Castrol GTX Classic, okay? High zinc content. So it's got high zinc and phosphorus in it. So this is the oil, 20W50, High zinc. Now, if you're in the States, you're going, big deal. We can get this in Walmart and Amazon and, wherever. Not so much here. And it's very, very difficult to get good oil here that has high zinc. For example, there's VR1, but Napa is sold out of it everywhere. And there's a couple of others that you can get, but they're very, very expensive. And they are always out of stock. So I have two, not one, but two of these. That's enough for, 10,000 miles of driving. A little bit more because I just did an oil change. So I got another 3,500 miles to go before I need to use one of these. But then I'm good to go for, I guess, next summer. And hopefully by then it'll be available in Canada. But until then, Castrol GTX Classic, something we don't have, but is here in Russell, in Peter's garage.